Welcome on in, guys. It is three bold takes. Freddie, Chase, and Quinn coming at you guys. And if you haven't known, now you're about to. We are now sponsored officially by SeatGeek, guys. SeatGeek is one of the top ticketing platforms in the world, 70,000 events daily that they are selling tickets for. Make sure to use our code to get $20 off your first time buying a ticket. Three bold takes. Make sure to use that. Be a geek, buy a seat, use SeatGeek. Three bold takes. Reminder to use that code, guys. We're going to get into our predictions. We have a big one this week. If you go by the AP poll, if you live and die by it, we have the Utah Utes and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And let me get this right. We have an over-under of 52.5 for this game, and Oklahoma State is favored by 2.5. They are playing at home in this one. Freddie, we're going to toss it to you first on this one.
Yeah, this is really wild because when I looked and made these graphics yesterday, I don't know what I was looking at, but I thought Utah was favored by 1.5 points. And with the news of Cam Rising actually playing, I figured that may change a little bit, but go the opposite way. But maybe that's not the case. I don't know. Depending upon where you look, it could be the other way. ESPN bets a little bit different than a lot of other books out there, to keep that in mind. So this game, right, you've got Oklahoma State where, honestly, they're a wild card to me. You never know what team's going to show up. You never know if their defense is going to show up. And that's something that's honestly kind of concerning if I'm an Oklahoma State fan, especially when you're playing against Utah and Cam Rising, who's a seasoned veteran. Yes, he's dealt with injuries, but he is a very, very good gritty, and he is a winning quarterback. That's something that Utah has kind of built themselves upon, physicality and having themselves a game-managing, winning quarterback that will never give up. That's what Utah is. But when you look at Oklahoma State, right, like I remember week one, they played South Dakota State. They did what they had to do, 44-20. They gave up 20 points, gave up 31 points to Arkansas, only gave up 10 to Tulsa. So then, you might start to see a shift in that defense actually playing up to potential, but we don't know if that's the case. They've done it in one game against Tulsa. Can they do it against Utah? Right. But on the contrary, whenever you look at Utah, 49-0 against Southern Utah, 23-12 against Baylor. That's a disappointing win for me if I'm Utah. That they should have beaten Baylor by at least 20-plus points in that game, in my opinion. And then you give up 21 to Utah State. So their defense isn't as good as what they've been in the past couple of years. Dude, ESPN gives Oklahoma State a 60% chance to win the game. Give me the Utes. I'm going Utah. They were my pick to come in second in the Big 12 this year. Guys, if you don't remember, I actually had Kansas State winning the Big 12. So this is a huge game because some people have Oklahoma State winning the Big 12. This is a huge game for conference implications coming later on down the road. Great game at 3 o'clock here on Fox. So give me Utah. Do they? I've got them as a 1.5 point, favorites. If they win, they're covering that.
Yeah, look, I picked Utah preseason to win the Big 12. And with the news Cam Rising's coming back, I'm not straying away from picking the Utes in this game. I don't care that Oklahoma State has the odds favorites. I don't care that they're the spread favorite. Oklahoma State will always have a game in the first 5 games of the season where they just get skull drugged and you think, oh, well, the wheels have finally fallen off of Mike Gundy and Oklahoma State, and then they'll slowly win some more games on the back end. This is that game where they're going to get embarrassed. Cam Rising's coming out like a savior hero again, recovered from his hand injury. He's all good. The water cooler didn't take him down. All right, now here he comes into Stillwater, and they've won ugly all season. And spoiler alert, they're going to win ugly on Saturday over Oklahoma State. Barely squeak out of Stillwater, and they're going to move on down to the next game and do it again and do it again and do it again. And the next thing you know, you're looking up and Utah's in the Big 12 title game, and they haven't had a single impressive dominant victory all year long, but they don't lose. And that's what's going to happen again this Saturday. So give me the Utes to win by, I'm going to say, 4 points over the Cowboys.
Oh, this is a really fun one. We got the battle of the super seniors, guys. We failed to mention that one. Both 7th-year players, Cam Rising and Alan Bowman. I believe Bowman was at Texas Tech before Oklahoma State, but he also was recruited to Michigan. Cam Rising was recruited to Texas. They were in that Trevor Lawrence class, if you guys remember. Both very different hairstyles and everything at the time. So, but this is a real exciting one. You got a battle of the Big 12 right here. Yeah, if you are a Big 12, a college football fan, you're looking at this conference and you're saying it's Utah, Kansas State, and Oklahoma State with a couple of outliers. If you want to throw Kansas in there at some points, if you want to throw in other teams, Quinn didn't agree with that one, but this is a top two battle in the Big 12 right here. And personally, my guy from last year, Ollie Gordon, the second, he was a Heisman favorite for me. Running backs haven't gotten a lot of love, but he is just a rolling cart. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. He is just a bowling ball. He's amazing. I love what he does. I don't really like Alan Bowman. I think he makes some. There's a reason he's a seventh-year senior. Cam Rising is because he gets injured every other game and he's out for half the season. That's why for him. Bowman, he's played. And there's a reason why, because he's not going to play the next level. And if he does, it's going to be holding a clipboard and a microphone or whatnot. So, but I like this game. I like this matchup. Stillwater always, it kind of has that weird effect where it's just a very strange place to play for a lot of just mainly Big 12 teams. I don't think a lot of people go into from non-conference opponents go in and get really starstruck. But it seems like Big 12 conference members always find that have it a hard time to play at Oklahoma State and Bedlam. My bad. I said Stillwater. My bad. If I got that right. But anyway, I'm going to go Oklahoma State in this one. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I think this is, I'm not trusting Cam Rising being fully healthy for this game. There's a couple games last year. There was a stretch last year, 5 games, where I think every week we got on and we said, is Cam Rising actually playing this week? And I think this is one of those things. I think it's a smoke screen a little bit. Hey, Cam Rising's going to play. I feel good. And then at the last minute, he's going to get scratched. Or during the middle of the game is going to re-injure. And so I'm not going to trust Cam Rising is going to fully play in this game. I'm going to lean on Oklahoma State and the Cowboys. I think that what they're going to do, I think Bowman is going to do his thing, but I'm actually going to lean on Gordon the second, really providing a couple touchdowns for this team.
I just want to say, I think it's funny that preseason you were like, oh, it's Utah and nobody else in the Big 12. Like they're going to come in and they're just going to dominate.
No, it is. And I truly think it is. But when Cam Rising gets hurt, that's when you see Utah kind of pedal around. And I think Cam Rising, one of the best. No, I still think Utah, if he is fully healthy for this game, I cannot wait to get on here next week. And as Quinn says, eat my crow. But I just don't think he fully plays this game. And that's what the problem is going to be. And Oklahoma State's going to edge it out. I think Utah's defense is going to play really well. I think Cam Rising, if fully healthy for this game, is going to put up an amazing stat line. But I didn't see which hand it was. I hope it's not the throwing hand because that makes it even worse that his hand injury is too. But that's what I'm worried about is Cam Rising not playing this game, this being a smoke screen. So Oklahoma State has to watch tape on Rising and their defense has to get ready for him. And then the backup comes in or something of the nature. But guys, that was our Oklahoma State and Utah breakdown, our predictions, guys. Reminder, be a geek, buy a seat, use our 3 bold takes promo code to get your tickets from SeatGeek. We love you. We thank you for watching. This has been our Oklahoma State Utah predictions, guys. For 3 bold takes, it's Chase, it's Quinn, it's Freddie. We'll see you guys soon.